LA chaser, and police officer in the loosest sense of the word. State Patrol Lieutenant Eric Roeske on 93X.
It is 8:17 now on the Half-Assed Morning Show. Let's welcome back Roeske P. Coltrane from the State Patrol. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning. Wonderful to see you guys again.
How you doing, Eric?
Pretty good.
How have you been? That's great.
Oh, not too bad. We've been busy. We still got a lot of pedestrians getting hit.
Since the last time we talked to you, there's been a couple more?
Yeah, there's a campaign MnDOT is kind of spearheading that we're on board with to kind of remind people to watch out for pedestrians. And oddly enough, fact of the day, about 78% of the traffic fatalities involving pedestrians are males.
Weird.
Okay.
Like males,
Yeah.
You mean the ones that got
Men.
killed or the one driving?
No, that get killed.
Weird.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that because we're too brazen and arrogant?
most likely.
Usually is who's at fault most often?
It really
Driver
varies.
or pedestrian?
I'd have to take a look at that. Seems lately it's more on the pedestrian side.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Tough to say, huh?
Yeah.
Is it worse in the summer or winter for pedestrians? Well, I suppose there's less people out walking in the winter.
Right.
So, never mind.
But it's darker in the winter. A lot
Darker earlier.
Yeah.
Tougher to see some nights.
Plus,
most people
Exactly.
just have like maybe a 4x4 inch square that they cut out on their windshield with their credit card.
Yeah, you can barely
That
see out
too.
that sucker, right?
And I believe you've said in the past that's not illegal.
No, that is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, you have to. Your window has to be
You
completely
got to clear her off.
Yeah.
front and back or just the front?
For all windows.
All of them. Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I do get a kick out of those folks who drive down the road and they're basically a snowdrift on wheels.
Yeah.
Right, or it's completely blinding everyone behind them.
Yeah.
There's nothing cleared outside of a small space like you described, Josh. I'm guessing they either have to make an emergency deuce or they're late for work.
Well, one of the two.
Or just flat out Brotherhood.
Yeah, and then people should keep that in mind because this morning my car was frosted over.
Oh, yeah. You had to do
Was
some
it this-
scraping this
really?
morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not very much, but enough.
Why don't you park in your girl? Oh, okay, you have a trooper car?
Yeah.
Trooper car. How many of those new Fords do you guys have out there now?
I'm not sure. I'm guessing a dozen or so.
Those are pretty sweet.
Yeah, they're
Are you
going to
get one
cars.
unmarked?
No. Well, I just got a new squad earlier this summer.
Ooh, can we go out there in the parking lot and mess with it?
Sure.
Sweet. Roeske will take your phone call, 651-989-9393. Let's start with Corey. Good morning, Corey. You're on 93X.
Hey, I just, speaking of running people down, I had a couple questions. Well, just one question for you, actually. I'm in a volunteer fire department, and when we're responding to a fire call, I know that we do have to obey all the rules and stuff, but is there anything that we can do to, identify ourselves? I mean, other than having the plates and stuff. Because we're trying to get to that call as quickly as possible.
Right.
But,
So if you get a call, you got to zip over to the fire station as fast as possible and then get on your fire truck.
Right.
Yeah, you can apply for a red light permit. You're permitted to have one non-flashing, I think it's a 4-inch square red light on your dashboard or to the front of your vehicle. So we handle those permits. If you look and go to the State Patrol website, look for permits, and you can apply.
What does that
for
allow
them.
you to do, though? You can go 100 miles an hour and run through red lights?
You can't violate any traffic laws. You still have to follow the speed limit, stop at stop signs, just so people know who you are, I guess.
Oh.
So you can stop at a red light and then go when it's safe, you're saying?
No, you'd have to wait for it to turn green.
Well, what's the point of having one of those, Corey?
So wait, a red light permit just meaning you can have a red light in your car?
Right.
Ah, that's different.
Do you have one of those, dude?
No.
You don't have one of those stickers?
No. I'm new to the fire department yet, so.
Well, I don't think it sounds like it doesn't even matter if you get a flashing light or a non-flashing red light, whatever he's talking about. You still have to obey all the traffic laws.
You're new to it, huh?
Yeah.
I hope someday you're able to save my basement. Doesn't it suck to be on call? Let's get into it with this cat since you're new to the department. Doesn't it suck to be on call? I know a couple of firemen, and every once in a while they'll be, a six-pack deep, and then that stupid pager goes off, and they got to leave the beer party.
Well, there's regulations on that too. I know in our department, we can't have any patient interaction or be on the actual in the fire or anything like that. We have to be below .04. In our department, as it was explained to me, we can't, if we're over that or whatever, we have to tell our captain, and we can't be on the engines or anything like that. So basically, if we have a drink or something, we just got to respond and sit back at the firehouse.
So then also, on a time that you're on call, how far away from the firehouse can you be? I mean, because that's got to screw up some plans.
Well, it kind of all depends. I mean, like we have regulations that we have to respond to a percentage of all the calls throughout the year. And then, like on medicals, everybody responds, if you can. Like, I live probably 1.5 miles, 2 miles away from the firehouse. So to respond to something like that isn't really a big deal. But if I'm out, with my family or something getting groceries at the next town over, I'm not going to, work real hard to get there unless there's a structure fire or something like that. Then
you can
all hands on deck. So
you can choose then. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought maybe you're on call, you got to go.
Yeah, we're an all volunteer department, so we're on call 24/7.
There was a great line on Family Guy, was it this week or last week, where a fireman and a cop are in an argument, and the cop says, "We've got guns, you've got hoses. See you on the softball field."
Yeah, that was this last week.
Thanks, Corey. Good morning. You're on 93X.
Yeah, 2012.
Hey, what's up, man?
Brotherhood, how are you? What do you call yourself?
KJ Emster.
KJ Emster.
What's up?
Right.
I'm glad I asked. How's it going, KJ Emster?
Great. Hey, Roeske.
Yeah.
P. Coltrane.
P. You probably don't know me, but I didn't live far from you. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm leaving Byerly's, right?
Yeah.
Saturday at 11 a.m.
On Ruth?
Yep.
And okay.
Yeah, there was an accident. Just a single vehicle.
All right.
2 highway patrols within seconds. Whatever happened to the person?
What?
You're asking me what happened?
Yeah. Was there any injuries, or I'm sure there was, but I didn't. I waited. I'm standing on the bridge, and they cut the doors off the vehicle.
Can I ask you a question before Roeske answers?
Yeah.
Are you touching yourself?
No, I'm staring out the window.
Okay.
You just went from talking normally to kind of talking all quiet.
You got erratic.
Well, man,
you
it
were
was
getting a little.
serious.
Yeah.
So there was an accident. You're wondering if Roeske found out what happened to the victim in this accident.
Never seen it on the news or nothing.
I'm guessing it probably wasn't anything too serious.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't made aware of anything significant Sunday
You don't
morning.
work Saturdays.
Oh, I'm
Saturdays.
always on duty.
Yeah, he's never off.
I'm always on call. I'm like that fire guy.
Thanks, Kevin.
But
yeah,
you've
there
got
was 2 fire trucks. It was an incredible one-car deal. I couldn't believe what I seen.
Yeah, I'm not aware of that one. Sorry.
All
Hey,
right.
sir.
Now, do you think when Kevin was on that bridge, he was contemplating jumping?
That was kind of weird.
And that might have saved his life, that accident there?
Could be.
That came off weird.
Clinton
creepy.
Savage, you're on 93X.
Hey, boys, how you doing?
Hey, dude.
Man.
And we got a total opposite here now. Here's Clint. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
I hear you.
So, I got a question. The wife was at home making some dinner for me last night, like she should.
Yeah,
And
that's
she
right.
She found a condom-sized little piece of, powder in this Crystal Farm cheese bag. So she brought it to the Wright County cop shop and wanted to have them test it. And they said it'd take 2 or 3 months
All right.
to maybe get an answer on it. And we didn't know if maybe it was an anthrax, which kick-ass band, by the way.
Yeah, right.
Totally
on.
agree.
And
I don't know
social.
if I'm
Call
dying or
them
not.
What?
You want to know what?
Well, why does it take so long? If it is this poisony crap, and I chowed down last night, why does it take so long to get an answer out of that?
Well, see, Roske's a state patrolman. I don't think you deal much with stuff with that.
They're kind of like, it's kind of like a light cheese where they're cheese, but not really cheese. So
Yeah.
he doesn't really have all the real cop answers.
But I can't answer this one, believe it or not.
Go ahead.
So you feel there was you think there was something poisonous, possibly poisonous in your cheese.
Yeah, I don't think it was probably poisonous, but I was just thinking, if they'd had a tester kit, if they could test for Coke or something real quick.
You carry any of that stuff with you, Roeske?
No. Well, we have what we call NIC kits that are kind of field testing kits that you can put stuff in and you shake it up and it kind of gives you an indication of what it is.
Drugs?
But to get it confirmed, you usually
Dandruff.
have to send it to the BCA or someone like that, and they've got, a huge amount of evidence they have to process, so it's not unusual for it to take a while.
Did you go ahead and eat the cheese, Clint?
Well, you're damn right I did.
Yeah. That's a man after my own
Good
heart.
for you.
And you're here today, right?
Yeah. No ill side effects. Thanks.
Interesting.
Joe in Inver Grove Heights, you're on 93X.
Very interesting.
Hey, I got a question for Roscoe Pico Train.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Conceal and carry. Can you carry a firearm on the outside of your pants in a holster as long as it's covered by a jacket or shirt?
You can't carry anything without a permit.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I have a conceal and carry. I just need to know, can you carry it on the outside of your pants as long as it's covered?
Yeah, the concealed carry thing is kind of a misnomer. It's a permit to carry, not, like if you're a security guard and you, like an armored car driver, they don't conceal the weapon, but they have a permit to carry.
So if he wanted to, he could wear just a holster out, you're saying?
Yeah. But you're going to cause a stir, obviously.
It does not have to be covered by, isn't that considered an open carry?
There was some confusion regarding that a few weeks ago when we talked about it. It's just a permit to carry. The conceal or not conceal doesn't have anything to do with it.
I've only seen that once. Someone walked into a joint. I don't know what it was.
In Minnesota?
In Minnesota. It was some kind of a auto show or something like that. And a dude walked in with a holster and a pistol. I mean, plain as day. He was just wearing jeans and a tank top.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to say that everybody that I was nearby was wondering what in the living hell this guy was planning on doing. It was a crowd of people. We got a little bit of a panicked mentality in this country when it comes to guns and big crowds.
Yep.
And he looked a little funny to me. He walked around for 5 minutes, looked at cars, and left. To me, I think he was craving that reaction.
I think most people would, yeah.
That's why he did it. I mean, what's going on with you that you want to carry around a pistol hanging out like that?
Well, no.
It's nothing, just your Second Amendment. You can, carry weapons. And
right.
I was just wondering, I wanted to make sure it was legal because I have the conceal and carry. I just didn't know if you could wear it on the outside. I mean, I'm not going to go anywhere where it's going to be open. I'm always going to conceal it.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to know if you could keep it on the outside and make sure it didn't have to be on the inside.
You're just wondering about the technicalities of it.
So are you cleared up now, Joe?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
All right,
Hey,
bud.
you're welcome.
Roeske.
Yeah. Here was a text, I guess, huh?
Yeah, this is a text regarding lights. Regarding light bars, what colors are legal for a storm chaser?
Oh.
For a storm chaser? Probably amber.
Amber?
Yeah. You can't have red. You can't have blue.
And that's something, too, where you get a permit for, or can anybody put an amber light on the top?
Well, you can have flashing amber lights if you're a service vehicle. Now, the definition of a service vehicle would be up for debate. So there's a couple statutory details that we'd have to look into.
And by far, on the topic of storm chasing, by far, Twister's got to be in the top 5 worst movies of all time.
I
No.
agree 100%.
Nah, that was a good movie.
Absolutely horribly made, horribly acted, terribly cheesy,
Look what
and
it
stupid.
started. Everybody wants to be a storm chaser after they saw that.
Roeske, have you been in a public place and seen a guy walking around with his gun hanging wide out, right out in front of everyone for everyone to see?
No, I've seen that at like those when you go to those gun shows at the state fairgrounds or something.
Oh, right, yeah.
But you kind of expect it there.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Hey, Nick in St. Paul, you're on 93X with Roeske P. Coltrane.
Hey, I was calling to see what's the rule for those carpool lanes. How old does the passenger have to be? And can I throw my baby daughter in the back seat and in her car seat and drive through there?
Yes, you can, as long as they're a live human.
Even pregnant women, right? Isn't that correct?
What?
Sounds about right.
Really? A pregnant lady can drive by herself in the shotgun lane?
I thought YTL said no.
That's not correct?
No,
okay.
not a pregnant lady.
Okay.
It has to be living and breathing on their own.
I gotcha. Creepy.
So, yep.
There you go, Nick. You're covered.
What color light bar is okay for a chubby chaser? Someone wants to know.
It's not permitted.
Not permitted.
No.
I find that either ketchup or mustard colored will get them.
That'll do it every time.
That drags them in like you're, trolling for walleye.
That's awesome.
Can you imagine a gravy-colored one? All the action you'd get there.
Sweet. Chubby Chaser Mobile coming through.
Now, we have a window tint question.
Oh, boy.
I believe this is legitimate.
Oh, God. Friggin' A.
I have recently moved to Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah.
I have 70% window tint on my car. So with my Arizona plates, can I drive that car in Minnesota?
Yes.
You're fine.
Mm-hmm. As long as it's not required to be registered in Minnesota.
Right. If you're here for less than 30 days or something like that.
Yeah. If you're here, if the vehicle's here a majority of the time, then it needs to be registered here. So then it would be.
Window tint.
Hey, we hit window.
Last time we saw you, the window tint thing was very, very heated.
we hit window tint and concealed carry. All we need is a bumper height question. We got the trifecta.
That's true. Roeske, we'll let you go. Thanks for coming in, man. As always, be safe out there. We appreciate it. Roeske P. Coltrane from the Minnesota State Patrol on the 93X Half-Ass Morning Show. We will get into some sports for you.